Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher, and I'm here with another lesson. And today we're going to really draw some elephants. And guess what? I got hidden some letter E's inside the elephants. Now, let me switch to my other screen. Let's see. Let's remove this pen. Remove pen. And now let's pin my desktop. All right. So we're going to draw some realistic looking animals, elephants. And they still look a little cartoony because I use the E for their eye instead of their eye, what their eye really looks like. And I use some E's in their trunks to make the wrinkles. And so like, I'm going to show you. Let's see. This is a full drawing. This is one I was working on. And let me see where, there we go. So we have the E's, bring the camera closer, in the trunk and the E in the eye. So we can do a capital E and a lowercase e to make this elephant. All right. And like there's the parent of the mom elephant and then the baby elephant. And I was looking at pictures of elephants to get some inspiration to help me with these. Now, let me grab a piece of paper. I think it's from the bottom, the last one, but let me just grab another one. And let's get started on our elephants. Now, let's see. I drew one where the baby elephant was right beside, so we didn't have to draw all the legs. And then I drew one where the baby elephant was behind, so we could get everything drawn. And then I was doing one where the baby elephant was a little bit by the back legs. So it's up to you where you want to place your elephant and how much you want to draw when we get started. But we're going to start with the big elephant. And I'm going to move on to this side of my paper. Make sure you guys can see. And I'm just going to make a capital E, like so, on my paper. Excuse me. Now, from the bottom of this E, I'm going to make the rest of this trunk by kind of making a curved line, like almost like I'm making an S. So I'm going to go from this E and just make a curved line. Let me bring my camera in a little closer. And then it's kind of like a little W or a 3 for the trunk. And I'm going to stop here. I'm going to come back up and work on the head because I want this to look like it's overlapping right there. So I'm going to go over here to the head. And so now I'm just going to make a little curve. And then I'm going to make like another curve for the top of the head. And then I'm going to make like an upside down J to start the ear. Now there's lots of choices for ears because like the African elephant ears are more rounded, whereas I think the and big, and the Indian elephant's ears are smaller. So I kind of went like somewhere in between. And so right here, I'm just going to bring a little bit line down. And then I'm going to come down and make some more line. And now I'm going to make the jaw. And right here at this jaw, with this curved line here, I'm just going to do a little curved line right there, kind of like making a little E without the part in the middle. And then I'm just going to do like a long skinny V for one of the tusks. Then I'm going to put another little V out here for the tusk on the other side of the trunk. And now I can finish the trunk. So I'm going to bring it up and stop. And then just bring a little bit past because, you know, you have the mouth underneath. Now, out here in the middle, I'm going to make a lowercase e. And that's going to be the I. Put a little dot in there. And then just close that E up. So now that I has an eyelid. And now I'm going to come back to the trunk and just inside that E and just keep going. Little wrinkles in the trunk for when the elephant moves their trunk. These little wrinkles form. So now let's get to the body. So up here at the top of the ear, I'm just going to curve down and kind of like make the top shoulder part. And then curve down and back, kind of like I'm making a J, or yeah, more like a J. So now, let's see, I'm just going to keep coming back down, and then I'm going to make the foot and come back up, kind of like a square U. And right about here, I'm just going to come out for like where the thigh is. So it looks like I'm drawing this elephant, and I'm going to put the baby elephant right behind it. So now I'm going to come back up to the front and bring down just a little bit like from the neck area of the elephant. And I'm just going to come down and curve down just a little bit for that front foot. And then just kind of make my square U come back up. And then I'm just going to make a curved line underneath. And so now I need to put the other legs. So now the way I've drawn this elephant, let's see, I think this leg, this one's going forward. So this one will have to be coming back a little bit. So let me just make a little kind of diagonal U. And I think I'll do another one back here too. Because the elephant's walking, these two legs are forward, so these two legs are kind of back. Another square U, kind of like that. And then little V for the tail, and then some little lines on it. All right, so there's elephant. I kind of stretched it out a bit. I probably could have made it a little more squat. And I'm going to show you the pictures that I'm looking at while I'm drawing my elephant to help me with my ideas. So let me share my screen. All right, so here is why I have the legs going back right here. When I was looking at this elephant, I probably should have made the tail a little lower. So now I'm looking at this elephant and this one, but we got a cartoon element to this elephant, so I gave it more of a cartoon eye with the E, so it's okay. Let's see, I'll probably use this one when I draw the baby, the way the legs are. So that's probably what I'll use. Let me see. Yeah, well, this more looks like a juvenile, like a little bit older. Huh. Well, I might do a combination because like the trunk comes down this one, but this one the trunk curves in. I think I like that. I have not done a trunk that curves in. So let me stop sharing my screen. Because on mine, I've done a little baby elephant. I always have the trunk coming out. But I haven't done one where the trunk comes in. And I kind of like that because then it's going to be a whole J instead of just a little line. So now let me go ahead and make my baby elephant back here following the mom. So I'm going to still make another E. Start the head. And then I'm going to make the bottom part come down like a J. And then my little 3 or W shape, and then come back up. Now I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to come back up anymore because I got to put like the little jaw and everything in. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to make a big curve for the head, kind of like making a C. And I'm going to go back and add the little lines in the trunk. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and make a little lowercase e and give it an I. And then close that E up. Now, my ear looks like another upside down J. And I'm going to wave it over just a little bit, like a little wavy line. And I'm going to just draw a little line here because there's the mouth. And give it a little neck. We'll stretch that neck a little bit. And I'm running out of paper because I drew my elephant's body a little long, but it's okay. So his body's going to be a little short. So now I'm just going to come around real short at the edge of my paper. And then I'm going to make my little squares U. And I'm going to make another little square U up here for the front leg. And this one I'm going to bring up just a little bit more to make that thigh and connect. And then, let's see, I'm going to put another leg there. And then another little bit of leg there. So you can't see it all. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do toes. So let's see. On the mom elephant, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the baby elephants got 3, but they're going to be smaller. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, I can't do all 3 because it's partially on the other side. And then 1, 2. I'll leave that 2 also. And 1, 2, 3. Now I can't do the tail because I ran out of space, but I'm gonna just put some little lines like where the little tuft of hair would be at the end of the tail. And so now let's add in some background. So I'm just gonna give a little horizon line, and I can do a little mountain in the background, and I can do a tree, make a Y, and then and my tree. And put a little tree over here too. Now I can't draw the whole thing. Well, no, I can get some of that. There's my Y. Then add another Y. And then some tall grass. And you know what? I probably should be switching to my green marker while I'm making my grass. Let me lift this up so make sure everybody can see everything. And I'll put some tall grass over here. And some little grasses. You don't have to put a lot, just enough, and people will know. And you know what? Let me get my crayon. I'm still teaching. And so now I'm going to get my crayons. And I'm just going to color. All right, that was my brother. And I'm coloring. I'm coloring kind of fast. I guess I could color a little darker so you can see it. And let's see, brown for my trees. My tree trunks. And I'm gonna take this green that I just took out and I'm gonna color harder. So I can make the trees really thin out. So just some little scribbling. But not scribbling like a baby. This is controlled scribbling because I know exactly where I want it to go. And let's see. Gray. Where's gray? There's gray. So now my gray for my elephants. I'm not gonna color the tusk or the eye, inside the eye. I'm gonna make this leg a little darker because it's gonna be in the shadows. Same thing with this baby leg. These ones, make those a little darker. So I'm pressing down a little harder with my crayon. And I'm gonna make the belly a little harder. Color a little harder so to make that darker. And I think I'll add in a little darker because it's creating a shadow for me. And let's see. And then maybe a little bit underneath the trunk. The bottom side of the trunk. bottom side of the jaw. All right. And let me color the baby. Again, I'm not going to color the eye. And let's see, it's a hot day. And so I'm going to make the sky bright yellow because it is bright. Well, this is more like a yellow orange. You don't always have to make the sky blue for people to know it's daytime. Now, if I colored the sky purple, then you would know it was nighttime without me having to put a sun in there. And let's see, these mountains are far away. Let me make them a light green. That's it. And I'll make them far away. And when things are far away, they do get lighter. That's why I'm using the light green. And you know what? I'm gonna take my brown again and maybe with some dirt in here, like they're on a path. And there you go. Now I know this one was a little more harder than I normally draw with you guys, but I thought this would be some fun. So I'm gonna just work my way through the alphabets and find things I can draw. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. I think that I'll pick a letter and draw stuff with that letter that starts with that letter. So like we have E for elephant. So I had capital E's and lowercase e's. Let me find my one with the E's in it that you can really see. So capital E, and I drew this one in pencil. Let me trace it real quick. Nope, not that pen. Let's see. I had the capital E. And the lowercase e. So I don't know what letter I'm gonna pick for our next video, but I'm quite sure you will have fun. And I am going to unpin my screen so I can say bye to you guys. Remove pin. And let me go to gallery. So now I can pin my screen. All right, everyone. So we will draw again the next time in my next video. Not sure what we're gonna draw yet, but like I just came up with a great idea. Everything will be letters, so it'll be kind of easy. And I'm gonna try and make it so that the letter and the object that we're drawing starts with that letter. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you soon. And end.